What is going on, everyone? It's Tom from Two Guys Talking Toys, and welcome to another toy review. This time I'm going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Cross Thundercats Tygra. If you go to, I believe, Entertainment Earth, there's a few other places online. I think Toy Stalker, you can get a hold of him right now, have him delivered to your door, unless you wanted to wait on Amazon. I think Amazon still has pre-orders. I don't remember if Big Bad Toy Store has these in stock yet, but the wave is Tygra, Panthro, and He-Man. And I still think it's kind of funny that He-Man is in the second wave of a He-Man crossover line. But let's take a look at this, because Tygra being one of my favorite Thundercats characters, I couldn't wait to get this in hand and take a look. So without any further ado, let's get him out of this plastic prison. So he's not quite free yet, but a couple of things I noticed while I was unboxing him. One, for whatever reason, and I don't know why, the bottom of the calf parts right here, the way they're packaged inside the container, maybe thought they were like little rocket boosts, which I think would be hilarious if for whatever reason Tygra had extra rocket boosts that he could use to escape danger. Also, I'm just now realizing that when I do the zoom in and you're getting all the like Tygra's junk, maybe I'll stop doing that, because I don't think anyone really is all that entertained by that. So, couple other things. I didn't go over the packaging very well. So one of the things on the back of the package that I thought was kind of cool is that we get our first hint at Panthro, and that should be super duper cool. And just looking at the general look of it, looks like he's going to be a quick and dirty repaint of Battle Cat Man, which I am perfectly fine with. But one of the things that I kind of remember about the tease from San Diego is that he had these Terror Claws Skeletor armor. So I wonder if he's going to come with, oh, you know, maybe it's just this armor here. Maybe it's just that in purple, but it wasn't. But it was shown off in the promo art instead of this teaser art here. But if Panthro comes with some really cool, like differently sculpted Terror Claw armor, that would be really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Minor thing that I noticed is that the front bubble, you get kind of nothing. I mean, we have by that I mean we have the Masters of the Universe X Thundercats kind of thing on the Masters of the Universe versus Ninja Turtles packaging. I remember you used to get a little sticker right here that had the logo for both, and we don't get that anymore, which I'm a little disappointed by, because I like peeling those off and sticking them on my books and stuff. You also receive a little mini comic, which is pretty neat. The artwork is pretty cool. I believe this is Freddie Williams art, which always looks really good. It's a little self-contained story. It finishes up the part 2 of the first mini comic we got in the other toys. Really lets the Thundercats get center stage, and then shows you the rest of the wave. So that's pretty neat. And on to the review. I've been looking forward to Tygra for a very long time. As soon as he was announced in the line, I thought, I can't wait. One of the first things that you're probably going to notice about him is that he looks a little pale. Not quite, yeah, definitely reads as a tiger, but not quite that almost fiery orange that we're kind of used to seeing on Tygra characters. This one's a little bit pale, like he just went through the CMYK filter and the colors shifted in an unexpected way. So I kind of wonder if that was the intention, or if they had planned on him being a little bit darker. I wonder if this is almost like that Beastman Masterverse color difference that had appeared. The first wave of him was more of a much more brownish, almost muddy brown than a red color. And I remember even getting in touch with Mattel customer service and asking if this was maybe a mistake on the first run, and they swore they didn't know what I was talking about. And then maybe 6 months later, a couple of months later, there's another run of Beastman that had a much more actual orangey reddish look to him. So I wonder if that is something that's going to be going on with Tygra. I wonder if we're going to be seeing a later run of him that looks a little bit more like the traditional figure. I don't know, but it's an interesting choice. It's noticeable, and I kind of wonder if there was a behind the scenes change to it. But it's not that huge of a deal. Just something striking that I noticed and wanted to talk about. So Tygra has his traditional whip, which looks really cool. It's got the clear handle, and I hope that doesn't become a problem a few years from now. His invisibility whip, he comes with some really cool looking clear greenish, almost aqua Eternia armor. I kind of wonder what the thought process was behind choosing to go with clear armor, but you know what? Why not? There's no real rules for this. Like, we don't know what Thundercat armor would look like if they were originating from Eternia, so I guess this kind of makes sense. It's no better or worse than anything else that they could have come up with for him. He also has a pretty cool looking battle mask. It's a little Predator like, which I don't mind. Snap that on there. There's no pegs or anything. It just clips right on. So that looks pretty cool. Not bad. I'm on board. That is pretty cool. So I keep forgetting to do this, and I guess I probably should do it more often because I keep reading you should. If you're enjoying the reviews that I've been putting up here for these figures and toys and all that fun stuff, please feel free to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because that'll let you know when I have another toy review coming up. And I will definitely be getting to Panthro after this one. Panthro is not going to be here for a while, but I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. Check it out. Follow me on Blue Sky. The handle is 2 Guys Talking Toys. That is the number 2. No G after the talking. Same thing for Instagram, where you can see me wander the aisles of Walmart in sadness of Target looking for new stuff like this. The handle on that is 2G Talking Toys. So without further ado, let's continue with the review. It's just kind of weird to look at this interpretation of the Eternian armor for Thundercats, because I was kind of wondering what went into deciding who would have what and who gets a clippable mask, because Battle Cat Man has one, Lion-O does not, I believe. Chitara has the headdress, but that's all she's got. So let's take a look at the detailing on him is top notch. I always like when they give Tygra a little bit of a smile, like he knows something you don't. Like, he knows what's going on. You don't know what he's got up his sleeve. So just when you think you've caught him, you haven't. And I guess for a guy that can use a whip to turn himself invisible, maybe he deserves that smirk. In the original series, I think he was a little less, I don't want to say full of himself, but he had a little less confidence than what we got in the 2000 series, where he was much more, not quite arrogant, but knew he was a bad dude. And man, do I hope we get maybe another version of him that's in that 2000 series with that type of armor, because that would be super cool. So let's take a quick look at the detailing. He's got some really nice designing here on the belt. Really like the back section here with the spikes on the armor. A little bit of chainmail, it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. The armor that's on his chin, I can't quite tell if that's, oh, you know what, maybe that's, alright, so I guess maybe it slid in the packaging. I thought maybe this was supposed to be down here, which made me wonder, why is one up there and one down there? Why is Tygra all off kilter and uneven? But maybe both of these pieces of shin armor, upper thigh armor, are supposed to be there. That makes sense. That's fine. And again, the mask is really cool. So I am liking this. But let's do what we all came here to do, and that is to make us a traditional looking Tygra who belongs in the original series of the Thundercats. So let me see if I can do a whole swap of him without looking too ridiculous. So I wonder exactly how many parts of you I have to remove to get this armor off. Or maybe I didn't have to remove that much armor at all, and that just comes right off. I'll remove this. Get rid of the thigh armor. Get rid of that. And Tygra comes with his rocket boosters, or traditional lower shins. So let's swap those out. And I always have to assume that the lower shins are the exact same piece. I don't think that there is a curve to these that indicates that they're supposed to be on a specific leg. I don't think there is. I guess we'll see when I stand them up. So one of the things that I do love about this line, and I've said this in the other reviews, I don't know what kind of contract that Mattel has with the Thundercats license, but I love that this line, even though, yeah, the Thundercats have their Eternian armor and whatnot, I love this just an excuse for Mattel to make a Thundercats line. Because when we were younger and we were playing with our He-Man and Thundercats figures, the size just didn't line up. And Lion-O was always going to tower over He-Man, whether you wanted him to or not. And now, many years later, they have corrected this horrible travesty and given us Tygra with his regular Thundercats armor and a Lion-O who can stand and look He-Man in the eye instead of staring down at his golden locks. And at the end of the day, isn't that all that anyone ever wanted? Was for the Thundercats and Masters of the Universe to stand shoulder to shoulder, be able to look each other in the eye, and at the end of the day, agree that they can't stand Skeletor. Huh. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Mine's got a little bit of orange smudge on there. Oh well, that's fine. These things happen. And also a little bit of flash going on there. Yikes, Tygra. Well, I guess this is what X-Acto knives are for. So I'll be taking some of that to Tygra too. So here we've got our traditional Third Earth loving Thundercats styled original Tygra with his trusty whip. Man, do these look good. I'm so impressed with the way that Mattel has been handling this line. They've really been knocking it out of the park since the Ninja Turtles line. Really, since they've relaunched the Origins line. I've really enjoyed seeing everything that they've been doing and the way that they've been handling the detailing and the way that they've been handling the extra parts, building their parts library, and kind of really using it to the fullest. So yeah, he looks great. So let's get a quick measurement of him, although I think we all know that he's about 6 inches. Yeah, he's kicking at the tip of the hair, rocking about 6 inches or so. And let's hit all that articulation, which is actually a little bit easier to do when he's not wearing the Eternian armor, when it's just him in his regular Thundercats costume. So we'll start with the articulation on the head. You can look up a pretty decent amount. Glower down at you disapprovingly. He's got the articulation in the arms, at the shoulder, at the elbow, at the hand. Same thing for both. A little bit of blockage with this one shoulder cuff, but it's not too bad. You can still get him to raise his whip up. Give you a good lashing. Rotation at the waist. So we've got articulation at the thigh. You get some pretty decent movement there. Articulation at the knee and the ankle pivot, as well as the shin. Allowing Tygra to get into some pretty decent posing. I am on board for this. So like I said, I'm really happy with the way that they've handled Tygra for this line. Really, kind of anyone. It's one of those series that I think people have been hoping for this for a long time, and I think that Mattel giving us, hopefully, maybe 4, maybe 5 waves of this will allow them to really kind of comb that Thundercats library so that we can get as many characters as possible. I kind of don't want to see any repaints. I don't want to see any, well, not repaints. In the Ninja Turtles crossover, we got hooded Leonardo and a couple of different versions of the Turtles, and I guess that was fine, but there's so many characters in that universe that I think that they could have used, so I'm really hoping we see more of that for the Thundercats. So let me stop getting off topic and talk more about Tygra, because he's amazing. Not a whole lot left to say, honestly. Let's get him next to his Super 7 counterpart. See, this is what I was talking about with the, oh, don't feel bad, Tygra. This is what I was talking about with the that difference in the orange. You've got a little, you know, kind of pale versus the much more kind of fiery orange on this Tygra. And they actually display pretty well together. I know in the 2000 series they introduced the idea that Tygra was from a separate clan of lost tigers. So it wouldn't be beyond the realm of reason, if you've got Super 7 Tygra and you've got this Masters of the Universe Tygra, and you just want to have them hang out and be siblings, I don't think that would be too bad. I think that would actually kind of work pretty well, because tigers have different shades and intensity of orange, so why not? So one of the things I really hope happens is that we get, no, you can hang out there, Tiger. Please, oh please, tell me that we are going to get a clear Tygra. Simplest thing in the world. Tygra turns invisible because of the whip. Just use some of that great clear plastic that you used to make this stuff and give us a clear Tygra who's hiding in the shadows, waiting to ambush you, or just hiding in plain sight because he's invisible. Man, do I hope that happens. So let's see him standing next to another fellow orange. I'm sorry, I can't let this go. Just the orange is so strange to me. Let's see him next to Beast Man. And is there anyone who doesn't think that this is just going to be what Monkeyin becomes? Like we're just going to get Monkeyin wearing Beast Man armor, which I would not object to. I think that'd be perfectly fine. But I feel like we might be in store for that. And Tygra next to Ant-Man, who may or may not be funnier than Tygra when he's in full quip mode. So, not too much going into it, aside from Tygra being a really well done, really cool looking figure. I think that if you're into this line, if you're into the crossover and you just wanted some Thundercats to hang out with your He-Man figures, Tygra is definitely the way to go. So go out, run out. Well, maybe don't run. Look around online, see if you can find him, order him, have him come to your house, and then enjoy. So if you're looking to complete your Masters of the Universe versus Thundercats line, I would say that Tygra is a fantastic addition to complete the set. He looks really good. The detailing came out great. The tiger stripes look good. The expression on the face is probably one of the better done faces that they've done in the line. Colors are spot on. There is the little weirdness with the orange that I think is kind of almost a creamsicle, but it's not really a sticking point. The figure still looks excellent. It's got all the typical articulation you would expect from a Origins figure, and we get, for the first time ever, a official 6-inch articulated Thundercats line that fits right in with your Masters of the Universe series. So I would recommend going out and getting him, pick him up, pick out the rest of them, and I am really excited and looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us next.